ลูกยิ่งเนาะลูกยิ่งสภาพสามการเนาะ
ดันยิ่งค่ะ
ดันยิ่งเป็นดันยิ่งสภาพสามการสภาพสามการเป็นรอยเยอะเป็นหุบเพราะว่าแกมหุบเพราะว่าใน
คอลิกไลแกมหุบเพราะ
แกมหุบเพราะเป็นแกมหุบเพราะในคอลิกไลมันให้เขาผิดหมอกเดี๋ยวเขามาทำลองกฎหมายเคล็ดลับลองกฎหมายก็หลีกเคล็ดลับดังสังเกตในเขาทางเคล็ดลับให้ลองกฎหมายเข้าหมู่สังหลักเนี่ยมัวว่าในใช้คำเมืองมาทำลองresearch methodology in history หลัก very good lecture and today we are very happy to have you here and listen to you so the floor is yours
Masuguko ha. First of all, please let me introduce myself. Some knows me, but some didn't know me. My name is Samyawadi. Bao vào đây hay không?
Bao vào yên, quay ở này.
Bao vào đây.
The recording is recording.
Quý vậy.
Bao có lệ
hả? Con cầm con nằm.
Này để dịp vậy này. Ở sẵn nước thoáng rồi. Ở sẵn nước thoáng.
Dịp vậy hả? Đặt phải tay còn lại, phải English còn lại hả? Governor, first of all, please let me introduce myself. My name is Samyawadi, and I'm a lawyer. I'm a graduate in law, and I'm a private lawyer. My age is over 70, 73. Just imagine. But I'm still working, still practicing. A private lawyer and a notary public. Notary public means translating the documents, legal documents, translating the legal documents. And another thing is, now I'm working with for the NCA, for the ceasefire with the RCSS. And, I don't work for any parties or for anybody. My aim and object is for my country and for my people only. And I would like to introduce U Saimyomnyan to. He's also a private lawyer and an advocate and a notary public like me. But he didn't practice at the law courts now, but he writes articles, mostly politics and sociology. And he used to write articles. Yes, I'm very happy to hear from Sao Ku that we should come here and study and give some lectures on. I didn't know what I must talk about because I've been here for a lot of times, but I didn't know what the Sangha teaching here and what they should know. Because I know only law and a bit of English and Burmese English and some political history. That's all I know. That's why I'm delighted to know and that Sakhu asked me to come here. I treasure this moment. But at least I told we can exchange some ideas, some educations. We know that we have to learn a lot from you. Though we are educated in law, we are what you call logi ne logo, logo din logi. That's what the difference. That's a difference between us. And I didn't know what I should talk, what I should teach. I don't think I can teach much because you all know you're already educated. I think so. And as I know law, I was thinking, what should I tell you about the laws? The Sangha they are already very clean, free from crimes and free from politics and free from civil cases. I think so. I think so. That's why I was thinking, what should I read? The more, what would you call, clear thing is law. There are many laws. There are criminal laws, civil laws, and economic laws, shipping laws. There are many laws. First thing, I would like to tell you about the right of private defense. In the right of private defense, it includes everybody, whether Sangha or common people. I think we should know the right of private defense.
Go on.
Must I read it to you? And nothing is an offense. Nothing is an offense which is done in the exercise of the right of private defense. You can defend yourself, and in doing so, you have the right to defend yourself. And that's for the right. The heading is the right of private defense. I don't know whether it's
appropriate.
Whether it's proper or not.
Yes, please.
No?
It is. Sure.
The right of private defense is nothing is an offense when you do a private defense. And every person has a right. Every person has a right, subject to the restriction contained in Section 99 of the Penal Code. First, any person can defend his own body. He can defend his own body. And he can defend the body of any other person. He can defend his own body, and he can defend any other person against any offense affecting the human body. If other person attack you, you can defend yourself, you can defend your body, and you can defend the body of other people. And secondly, you can defend your property. You can defend your property, whether it is movable or immovable. You can defend your body, you can defend the body of other people, you can defend your property. No? The property may be movable or immovable. No? The property of himself or any other person. For example, the theft, robbery, mischief, or criminal trespass, which in attempt to commit theft, robbery, mischief, or criminal trespass. Yeah? You can defend your property and the property of other people, whether it is movable or immovable. No? And another thing is, you have the right of private defense against the act of person of unsound mind. No? If the person of unsound mind attack you or attack other people, yeah, you can defend yourself against the unsound mind assailant. And the person of unsound mind or intoxication of the person doing that act. Intoxication. No? His mind may be unsound or he may be intoxicated. No? If that kind of person attack you, you can defend yourself. And, including this chapter, there's some more that I want to explain. No? In section 99, there is no right of private defense against an act which does not reasonably cause the apprehension of death or of grievous hurt, if done or attempted to be done by a public servant. If a public servant acting in good faith, if a public servant acting in good faith under color of his office, under color of his office means maybe he's a policeman and wearing a uniform, no, and he's doing his duty with good faith, in good faith. If he's doing his duty in good faith, no, you cannot, you don't have the right to defend yourself. No? A public servant in good faith, he can if he's doing anything, and if he tries to do his duty, you have no right of private defense against such persons. And there's no right of private defense against an act which does not reasonably cause the apprehension of death or of grievous hurt, if done or attempted to be done by the direction of a public servant acting in good faith under color of his office, though that direction may not be strictly justifiable by law. If it is directed by the public servant to do an act, no? to do an act, and you cannot, and you have no right for private defense. And there's no right of private defense in cases which there is time to have recourse to the protection of the public authorities. For example, if you are in a house and a mad person is attacking you, and you have the chance to close the door. You have the chance to close the door, and you can ask the authorities to come and save you. You can phone the authorities that you are in danger, that a mad person is attacking you, and you have time to tell the authorities that you are in danger, and they can save you from that danger. If there's time to prevent yourself, to protect yourself, you must not go and attack the person. You have no right for private defense if there's time. And the right of private defense in no case extends to the inflicting of more harm than it is necessary to inflict for the purpose of defense. And extends to inflicting more than harm. If you can use a stick to defend yourself, you shouldn't use a sword or a pistol. That means
proportionate. Proportionate use of force.
Yes. You must not extend your force. You must not extend your
Microphone.
private defense. Thank you.
That's all.
And the right of private defense of the body extends under the restrictions mentioned in the preceding section to the voluntary causing of death or of any other harm to the assailant. You must, the causing of death or of other harm, it must be limited. The example is such an assault as may reasonably cause the apprehension that death will otherwise be the consequence of such assault. The assault may cause death. Death will otherwise be the consequence of such assault. But the latang tayan one, popen ma ha pe hayan how này chật chẹn he càng lại nó cứ mình là ham mình tay quả cắm liệu ham mình xếp sập quả giàu năm đấy không đây hết thế này hả ham thèm vô ngay such an assault as may reasonably cause the apprehension that grievous hurt will otherwise be the consequence of such assault. Grievous hurt, and when it man de xếp quản năm này hả? Simple hurt and grievous hurt is not the same. Grievous hurt, he may get blind, or he may broke his bones or something. We call that grievous hurt. An assault with the intention of committing rape. You can defend that. No? You have the private right to defend. No? An assault with the intention of gratifying unnatural lust. An assault with the intention of kidnapping or abducting. And if the assailant tried to kidnap or abduct, you can defend yourself. An assault with the intention of wrongfully confining a person. Wrongfully confining a person under circumstances which may reasonably cause him to apprehend that he will be unable to have recourse to the public authorities for his release. When such right extends to causing any harm other than death, if the offense be not of any of the descriptions enumerated in the last preceding section, the right of private defense of the body does not extend to the voluntary causing of death to the assailant, but does extend under the restrictions mentioned in the section, the voluntary causing to the assailant of any harm other than death. Commencement and continuance of the right of private defense of the body. The right of private defense of the body commences as soon as a reasonable apprehension of danger to the body arises from an attempt or threat to commit the offense, though the offense may not have been committed, and it continues as long as such apprehension of danger to the body continues. Ito hao nai per mi phe per mi yu yan. So an lai ko lai heo. So mi yu nai to hao dang to hao nai no. He lai kang lai no. Per he per kang de man ti lai mi wai sati ta she ha. ให้มันปีป่นกว่าให้มันปีเหลือป่นกว่าให้มันปีเสียป่นกว่าในแต่สติเขาเนี่ยแต่ไรมีแต่เสียสะพอนเปิดหลัดแผ่นรังมันเนี่ยลูกโกโก้คู่คางกากวยไปแขวนซาเต็มชิบอดีค่ะเสล็ดดีชีนี่มีเชิงกาละไปชาด้วยมาเนาะมิโกโก้คู่คางปากกากวยไปแขวนชีดีนั่นฮะ The right of private defense of property against housebreaking by night continues as long as the house trespass, which has been begun by such housebreaking, continues. And that's an example. And if somebody tries to break in the house at night time, you can defend yourself during that time. And then the right of private defense against deadly assault. When there is risk of harm to innocent people, suppose อันคน ก้นอันมีไอเป็ดนะก้นอันมีหลักหนักก้นอันแห้งอ่อนนะเฉพาะมันดุอ่อนเขานางยิงเขาสันไหนค่ะนั่นเพื่อเขาแห่เพื่อเขาเขียนได้เนาะก้นอ่อนเขาก้นมีแห้งดุอ่อนนางยิงเขาสันไหนเขาจีทบเพทบยานาเนาะเขาจะไล่เซฟจะไล่เสียบเขาจะไล่ตายจะไล่หายเอานะเพื่อเชนี่มันเพื่อมีมาสันไหนเนี่ยเขาแห่ไรเขียนไรสันนั้นฮะข้าในไล่มาดัดรอผู้สอนมาอุปดีเฮเลผู้ภัยอุปดีเฮเลรัดเนี่ยภัยอุปดีสันไหนฮะก็น่ะนักสอนเนี่ยมีตั้งเสาสังขาเขาสันไหนมันถูกดีรัดรองอันนี้ซ้ำเจ้านั่นได้กว่ายำก็ยำฉันตั้งเสาสังขาเราเนาะยำฉันร้อนเจ้าไงค่ะ
ใช่นะโอ้ยมันอะไรยากขนาดโอ้ยทำมาเราดูสอนที่เกี่ยว
เมื่อนาได้ค่ะนะเมื่อนาเนี่ยข้าก็ใครอุบใครดัดฮะอันนี้ข้าเขารอเยอะจะไหนฮะเนาะดีห้างเสาสังขาเขาเนี่ยข้าเขาดีสวยไรเสียนั้นได้ค่ะกว่า we want to consult and want to know how we should help and how we can help you เนาะนี่เรากี่ตั้งเราก็สองตั้งในขนาดเนาะก็นั่นอันนี้ค่ะเนี่ยดีสวยไรสิในใครคือค่ะ
จัดซ้อมเหมือนจัดซ้อมสาขาเมืองไทยเลยก็จัดซ้อมบาลอเขาเส้นโปรตีนกันนี่
ค่ะใครคู่ค่ะใครคู่ซ้อมมาจะนี่รอให้มันมีมิวนำหนาฮะน่ะก็นั่นอันที่มีโจทย์สาวสังขาเขาเนี่ยรอมิวเราดีๆนั่นเองค่ะน้ำเนี่ยแต่มันหมออังกฤษมันเหสองมิวค่ะน้ำเนี่ยหลักว่า just introduce yourself นั่น we want to get along
mèo hơi sắp đem về bằng
have sit
no
What should I do this?
just sit here we want to have
that
look at you so I'm sitting between the very
two lawyers
learned in the term that I'm used to is not right of private defense, but right of self-defense. That's the term I'm more familiar with.
Yes.
It's the same. Yeah, in the Buddhist Vinaya, in the Buddhist discipline, monastic law, there is one, if you apply one code of law, there's one section that talks about, I'm going to read in Pali just for them to understand this. Yopana bhikkhu bhikkhusa kupido anatamano paharam tadeya. Pajitiyam. That is, if a bhikkhu, if a monk is angry, annoyed, hits another monk, he commits an offense. And this means a monk cannot hit another monk physically.
Yes.
Cannot give him, a blow. But the commentary says he may do so in self-defense, and that's okay.
Yes. Yes. Self-defense.
Self-defense is okay. Just like what you say, if he has his intention means a lot.
Yes.
His intention determines everything. If he doesn't have the intention to, his primary intention is not to cause harm, but just to defend himself.
Yes.
In the course of defending himself, if the other person happens to to tie, you mentioned grievous harm, okay? But if the intention is not to cause that, then the Buddhist monastic law says the one who hits commits no offense. You mentioned...
Yes. I understand now.
Yeah, you mentioned that the one must be very careful all the time, so that the measure of self-defense is appropriate to the harm that the other person may inflict upon you.
Yes.
The appropriateness is what you emphasize in your talk. Yeah,
yes.
But it's not always possible to measure, because it's emergency. It's an emergency. So there may be time. The question to a lawyer, to the true lawyer, is okay. Yes, I'm very careful in defending myself. I didn't want to cause this person blind. Maybe I didn't want to make him crippled. I didn't want to make him
hurt previously.
Maybe I didn't want to cause him death.
Yes.
But unfortunately, my self-defense has led to his death.
Yes.
In this case, the monastic law, because we are not talking about criminal law, we are talking about monastic law, we are talking about purification.
Yes, we have no intention. No intention.
We go by intention.
Yeah. Yes, intention is an important fact for the judges to know.
Yes. What I'm interested in is that you can defend other people as part of your self-defense. I have never heard of this. So this is new. New. You can defend other people, you can defend other people's property.
Yes.
You can defend
your family,
your
and
family,
the
and
children and weaker people.
The weak person.
Yes.
The weak people. Yes.
Yes.
A compound in your monastery, and your properties, every property you can protect.
In your house, in your compound.
But in our country, yes, we have a different law in our civil code and criminal code. We can't arrest the monks and send to the code of our judicial code. So we have to, firstly we have to, when the Sangha offense commit any crime or any other offense, we have to submit to the Sangha Mahanayaka and Sangha Nayaka.
That one.
And then after that, they transform this Sangha to the human beings. Only you are no longer, that means that you are no longer the Sangha for the time being. So then only then we have to send the person to the code, the criminal code. Yeah.
The English term is called ecclesiastic code or ecclesiastic law.
Yeah.
This is monastic law. He has a question for you, not for me.
Thank you for your talk. As you know, I'm very new to this field. My name is Akasena. I have heard that some countries are using the common law. Some countries are using the statute law.
Statutory.
Yes,
Statutory law.
And I just want to know in this country what system of law we are using. And my question is that, how about the customary law that we have in our state, in our local, and when when in this case have some connection with or have contrast or adjust with the country's law, what is the status of our customary law?
Yes. Yes. We, in our country, generally we have two laws. One thing is the criminal law and the civil law, and another thing is the customary law. That means when we have some rulings on that. For example, in the Kachin states and Kachin regions, they have the different culture and different traditional things. So we can't decide with our criminal code. We have to refer to the customary law of the Kachin Hills tribe. So that is enforced and still in our country. And what I would like to say is that up till now there's no written Shan customary law, Shan versus customary law. So we don't have any customary law in Shan states. It is the same as the Buddhist customary law, Burmese Buddhist customary law, and it's still enforced in our country, and we have to apply that in every week, even in either in criminal or civil nature. Yes.
Customary law is recognized and enforced. Yeah.
The Shans have the customary law from very previously, but we don't have any written customary law. So we have to research and we have to make
in a written form,
records.
And we have to prescribe, and we have to make it enforcement of law in our states. And this should be the federal system of the states. In the federal system, we have in politics we have the federal system to create a federal system. So in the future, we have to make law, regulation, statute law and everything, manuals and everything. We should be prepared for that. So that's why we are making research, and with a great gratitude to Dr. Masami, and we have to cooperate with His Highness, and I think you all have to cooperate and coordinate in this matter. Yes.
I'm asking about this because near my village, I built a Baka school and a piece of land about 95 acres. Yes, all the people around the village there, according to customary law or traditional, this land belongs to our village. But now the village come and take it and they make a document to apply to use for this. So customary law is no dispute at all. It belongs to us. But now they're using the national law that belong to them. So I want to know what should be between the state of the customary law and the countries they're using in order to enforce.
Yes. That's the main difference. That's the main weakness of the Constitution of Union of Myanmar. According to the Constitution of 2008 Constitution, the state is the owner of the land and the water and everything under ground and above ground. They are the sole owner, so that we don't have any ownership for the people. That's the main weakness of the Constitution of our country. That's what
Weakness in the Constitution.
So that's why we are trying to amend the Constitution. So that's why we don't have peace, the weakness and the, what you call that, almost a weakness and useless. It may be what I should say, that the useless constitution.
Any more questions? If no question, no further, I'd like to thank Somyawati and Lungsa for the presentation and for patiently answering the questions that we have. And we hope, you will come again and you will work with us to further our academic pursuit. We are just beginning, and I should introduce you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to them. That's fair. Maybe you can start from yourself.
Good evening. I'm Venerable Devinda.
Devinda.
From Namkham. My hometown is Namkham. Yeah. Now I'm currently doing my PhD at Mahidol University in Bangkok.
He did his master's in his BA in Sri Lanka and his master in Singapore, and now his PhD in Thailand.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Pandava. My native town is Laika. I completed my PhD from Mumbai.
Mumbai University. He completed his PhD last year.
My name is Keminda Salas from Laikas.
Also.
I accomplished my BA and master degree in Sri Lanka.
My name is Akasena. I'm from Kengdu. And I've completed master in Thailand on linguistics subject, and one more master in Suez University.
London University, that's London University.
Good evening. My name is Venerable Narinda, also from Laika. Now I got a master's degree from Myanmar.
Hello.
And I got a PhD from Sri Lanka. Recently,
I'm
for the fourth affair in Mahidol University in Bangkok. Thank you.
My name is Nyarasami. I'm from Bangkok. And I'm major in Myanmar and continuing my master degree.
Okay.
Sri Lanka, and now I'm continuing my field study in that field in University.
Okay.
I'm from Laika. My name is Venerable Vichita.
Okay.
And I've been graduated from this year and then graduated from my master degree from Sri Lanka in 2003. Now I've been looking after one of the monastery in Molamyang, and now, yes, being in Shastra Buddhist University.
The second person here, he works at Mathura University as a lecturer and also at the department for foreign relationship. Is a huge university with more than 30 affiliated colleges and institutions in and outside the country.
My name is Kitty Sara from Mungsu. I'm studying at Mamako University in Thailand.
Doing his PhD. Doing PhD. Nearly there.
I am Umama from Lanka. I completed my master in Thailand. I now stay here.
At Siam University. That's Siam University. What did you do? What did you study for your masters? MBA. Yes.
Good evening. My name is Venerable Pandava. I am Watpun in Namsam. I graduated my BA Indo-Aryan Padadara Sekata Madhya in Mandalay Buddhist University and graduate MA International Buddhist College, Thailand. Now I study PhD class, PhD candidate at Mahasulalongkorn University in Thailand.
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Acharya Wansi from Jongme, and I'm candidate MPhil in Sri Lanka.
MPhil, that's Master of Philosophy in Sri Lanka, still studying. That's a research degree.
Good evening, my name is Anansi. I'm from Tamkhan, and I'm still doing my research in Sri Lanka.
Also in Sri Lanka.
Good evening. My name is Namutri. I finished my BSc degree in majoring in physics from Dongji University, and then continue master degree in Buddhism at Mahasulalongkorn University, and just finished my thesis defense exam yesterday.
That's good evening, sir. My name is Tsai Zongwan, and I'm from Dongji, and I'm studying financial geology in Dongji.
Good evening. My name is Okansa. I'm from Mương Ngọc, near Chokme. I'm attending. I'm at Bandasika Damastia from Mandalay Buddhist University. Now I live in SSBU.
Yeah, he's here. He's here helping.
Good evening. I'm Narada from Mương Ngọc. I'm just graduated my MA from Thailand.
He just finished his MA.
Good evening, I'm Kak Mahakoni from Bangkok. I study in Thailand.
For MA. Yeah, for MA.
Very nice.
Yeah.
They all are very qualified monks.
Thank you.
Yes.
I feel very proud of all of you.
Thank you. Very well.
Thank you. Okay, we had a group photo. Yes. Come here. This is ideology. This is meditation and addiction recovery. This is this is a PhD thesis for
Congratulations.
Oh, okay. It's okay to sit on the chair.
Lại một con này.
Is there is an iPad?
My bed, my tablet.
ขอทำมัน
1 2 3cầm 1 2 3 1 2 3
1, 2, 3.
1 2 3 1 2 3
Okay, thank you.
ทำไม่ได้ทางซ้ายทางขวามือจะไม่
I will know. I
ทางขวามือจะอ้วน
จับเลยนะ1 2 3
Originally, where you are from?
I'm from Tamsi.
From Tamsi.
Yes, yes,
1 2 3
His grandparents are all shy.
1 2 3
Last one. One more.
1 2 3
các cha chọn các thầy bạn cha chọn cung các cho bên nữa
Ready, 1, 2, go. One more. Ready, 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, the law of Buddha is much higher than the current law. So, 37 the Buddha law is much higher.
It's interesting to know the research is interesting. Andrew Huxley is was a professor of Southeast Asian law and interested